مشاهدي ايتك عبر قناة الحرة، نحن معكم من جديد، ولكن لسنا في ساحة حرب ولسنا في منطقة انتشار عسكري، إنما نحن أمام مركز لوس أنجلوس للمعارض، حيث نحن معكم هنا للأسبوع الثاني على التوالي في تغطية خاصة وحصرية بايتك لمعرض E3 2011 Electronic Entertainment Expo، المعرض المتخصص بالألعاب الإلكترونية. وهذه الملالات تشكل نموذج عن الألعاب التي تعرض هنا داخل المعرض. مجموعة جديدة من اللقاءات والتقارير بانتظاركم. قبل أن نبدأ كالعادة نتواصل دائما عبر بريدنا الإلكتروني itek@alhurra.com. يمكن مشاهدة هذه الحلقة وحلقات أخرى من ايتك في أي وقت على صفحة الخاصة لقناة الحرة على موقع يوتيوب، العنوان هو youtube.com/الحرة. آخر أخبار التقنيات والبرنامج تابعوها دائما من خلال فيسبوك وتويتر على ايتك شو. قبل الدخول إلى قاعات المعرض، ماذا سنشاهد معنا اليوم في ايتك للأسبوع الثاني في التغطية الخاصة والحصرية لمعرض E3 2011 بلوس أنجلوس؟ جديد نيد فور سبيد ذا رن، كرة القدم فيفا 12 على أجهزة أبل المحمولة، الصراع مع اللعبة الجديدة Blades of Time، مباريات ريد بول موتور كروس في لعبة، سوني تطلق PSP جديدة فيتا. نيد فور سبيد اللعبة المعروفة جدا لدى محبي السرعة في الألعاب في إصدار جديد ذا رن أعلن عنه هنا في E3 2011 بلوس أنجلوس، ستصدر في الأسواق في شهر نوفمبر وعلى عدة منصات. سنتعرف على نيد فور سبيد ذا رن.
We're demonstrating Need for Speed The Run. It's the latest installment of the Need for Speed series. We're going to be playing on the PlayStation 3. And essentially this is a snapshot of the game about halfway through, where the main character gets in a little bit of trouble when he gets to Chicago. The run itself is a race from San Francisco to New York. The game's coming out November 15th. You're going to be playing as the main character, Jack Rourke, who starts the game. He's in a little bit of trouble with the mob. And this sort of signifies the point of the game where the mob catches up to him and he's got to do whatever he can to try to survive this encounter. He has to commandeer a cop car and then he's got to try to get back into the run. This is also being developed on Electronic Arts' new Frostbite 2 engine, which is also the same as engine as Battlefield 3 has been using. And what we've been trying to do is work on the engine, make it better for racing. You know, this is Chicago downtown, as a lot of people from Chicago have played. They're amazed at the level of accuracy. You're now driving the cop car. The mob helicopter is going to start tracking you in a second. They're basically going to catch up with me, and then that's basically when the bullets start flying. So here we go. They've just come into the scene. Now at this point of the game, I'm now getting shot at, so what I actually have to try to do is swerve around the road, making sure that I stay out of the spotlight. So this is a lower whacker. This is essentially where we get a moment of reprieve from the helicopter. Now you got to dodge all the traffic. All of these are licensed traffic cars. All right, so now I'm coming out of the end of lower whacker, and what's going to happen is pretty quick here, the helicopter is going to get back on me, and basically just trying to use whatever cover I can to try to get through this level. Autolog is going to be back in our game. Obviously that was introduced in Hot Pursuit last year, and what that's going to be doing is it's tracking my friend's best time. In this case it's probably one of the demo machines here. And what it's doing is a real-time split time of that machine, so I get to see, as I'm racing the race, am I ahead or behind basically all of my friends that have also played the game, so I can see which corners they've gotten me on, where I need to improve my race. It's Need for Speed The Run. It's coming out November 15th. It's going to be available in every major retailer across North America and Europe. And it's going to be released on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PC, Wii, 3DS, iPad, and iPhone. You can go onto EA's origin.com and get more information about the run, or EA.com.
EA Sports أعلنت أعلنت في E3 2011 بلوس أنجلوس عن الإصدار الجديد للعبة فيفا لمحبي كرة القدم، فيفا 12، واليمكن اليوم لعب فيفا على آيبود، آيباد وآيبود تاتش. لنتعرف كيف.
This is actually the FIFA 11 tech prototype for FIFA 12. The game that's running right now is FIFA 11, but we're just showing some of the technology that's going to be available on FIFA 12 iPad. So essentially the setup here is the game is running on the iPad, right? And there's an HDMI cable running to the TV, so it's being rendered on the television, and the gameplay is being controlled via two iPod touches. They're connected via Bluetooth. So right now it's a multiplayer setup. Two people can play against each other with the game running on the iPad. As you see here, movement's controlled with the virtual D-pad. There's 3 buttons that are contextual based off of where I am on the field, or whether I have the ball or not. Right now the other controller has the ball. So again, I'm playing as Chelsea. As you can see, I'm controlling the action with the D-pad. And you can see the controls are almost seamless. When I trigger an action, it happens in real time. There's no latency, there's no delay. So here I am gonna try to make a goal. Yeah, that was a terrible cross. But anyways, that's the gist. Multiplayer gameplay through the iPod Touch is connected via Bluetooth. It's essentially like a home console setup, but with the accessibility of your iDevices. You know, you can do this on the go, so you don't even necessarily need the TV. You can use the 2 iPod Touches, play with a friend on your iPad. Furthermore, there's of course single player mode where you can play directly on your iPad. The apps running on the iPod Touches will be free downloads. Naturally, the game itself will have some sort of cost there, but this is a one-time download just for the iPad. No other purchases are necessary. This right here is specific to the iPad. As you can see, this great setup that's going on is unique to FIFA 12. So again, it was September or October. If you want to know more about it, visit EA.com.
في 3 2011 بلوس أنجلوس كونامي أعلنت عن جديدها من بينها بليد أوف تايم. أعلن عن هذه اللعبة الجديدة هنا وستصبح متاحة في الأسواق مع بداية عام 2012. لنتعرف معا على بليد أوف تايم.
It's basically the game of the hack and slash, which is old school game lovers, and we put the time on it because the game contains a little bit trick on the time control. This is your player named Ayumi. She's a treasure hunter, so she looks for the treasure that explore the dungeons, the jungles, the brutals, and the ruins, and so many monsters and against you. This is PS3 and Xbox 360. Once you load it, there's no loading anymore. It's streaming based. Alright, so you are the girl named Ayumi. Jump and swing in the soul. Okay, now you're against the enemy. So, you hack and slash the enemies. And if you take a distance from the enemies, well, you have a locking function to the enemy, and then you can make a dash to them immediately. So basically, attack and dash. And then here's a gunner, so I have a gun with me. So it's not only a hack and slash, but I have a gun. Then you get the button to open up new path. So another coral appears. And then jump, grab, jump, grab, and here is the bottom. So what I do here is smashing this guy with the present time of me, And then time rewind makes another me, then move to other point to pass others. So basically you are duplicating yourself. The past of me will be played exactly same thing what I recorded on the past. So this is the time control and this is a new feature. Then I can rewind the time as long as this meter stays on. Technically it could be like 10 of me to or 12. So you can find it like www.konami.com and we have a special page for the plays all the time.
مشاهدي ايتاك عبر قناة الحرة نتابع معنا التغطية الخاصة والحصرية بايتاك ل E3 2011 من لاس فيغاس في الأسبوع الثاني، وسنشاهد معا بعد الفاصل مباريات ريد بول موتور كروس في لعبة. سوني تطلق PSP جديدة فيتا. تتابعون ايتاك عبر الحرة والحرة.com ويوتيوب.com/الحرة، واخر اخبار التقنيات والبرنامج من خلال فيسبوك وتويتر على ايتاك شو. تتابعون ايتاك عبر الحرة والحرة.com ويوتيوب.com/الحرة، واخر اخبار التقنيات والبرنامج من خلال فيسبوك وتويتر على ايتاك شو. نعود إليكم مشاهدي ايتاك عبر قناة الحرة بعد هذا الفاصل لمتابعة الأسبوع الثاني على التوالي من التغطية الخاصة وحصرية بايتاك لمعرض E3 2011 من لوس أنجلوس. وسنشاهد معا الآن مباريات ريد بول موتور كروس في لعبة. سوني تطلق PSP جديدة فيتا. ريد بول اكس فايترز انترناشونال فري ستايل موتور كروس، هذا النشاط في عدد من دول العالم من ريد بول أصبح لعبة على اكس بوكس 360 ومتاح في صيف 2011. نتعرف على هذه اللعبة هنا في E3 2011 بلوس أنجلوس.
This game is pretty much about motocross freestyle. It's the Red Bull, the actual Red Bull X Fighters game, the game based on the actual tour that is taking place this summer. The game is gonna come out this summer as well. And it's pretty much about balancing. You get tricks, you do sustained tricks, and yeah, you have the actual tour. You have a world record stage, and you have pretty much different events that you're going to be playing in the game. So in this mode, it's pretty much all about doing tricks, with a knack and performing certain tricks. And yeah, if you cannot pull it off, then you will fall, and you will not get the points for the jump. You have to race, and you have to pull off tricks at the same time. So the tricks that you have to perform are going to be on the left side, and then you also have to stay within the time stated. So I'm at 18-20 seconds now, which is bronze. And the further you get in the game, the better the bikes are going to become, and the easier it's going to be to like get gold, because yeah, certain bikes are just quicker than other ones. If you go to training, we will train the different combinations and tricks. So now I'm supposed to do a no footer. Do that by pressing B. If I do it multiple times in a row, it's called chaining, which is going to give you more points. The next one is going to be a can-can one-handed. Do that by pressing Y. And those are the ones when you stay on the button, it's called sustained, and which means the count will keep counting till you release the button. By performing a wheelie, you will go quicker. That's one of the tricks in the game. Like, if you want to stay within a certain time by performing a wheelie, which means just going on one of the wheels, the bike is going to become quicker. The game's going to be out in summer. KONAMI.com.
نحن الآن داخل موقع سوني الكبير في E3 2011 بلوس أنجلوس. سوني أعلنت هنا هذه السنة بلاي ستيشن فيتا PSP فيتا بورتبل بلاي ستيشن جديدة في الأسواق. سنتعرف على بلاي ستيشن فيتا وعلى لعبة روين التي تلعب على بلاي ستيشن فيتا.
What we're talking about today is the PlayStation Vita. Vita is the Latin root for life. So what we have here is your life in your hand. We basically wanted to bring out a next-gen portable that kind of brings together all of the different pieces. We have a brilliant OLED screen. We've got dual analog sticks so you can do full-blown gameplay and dive into exactly the way you want to play your games. We made the entire OLED screen touch. So this is a very high-fidelity, static-based, multi-touch screen, so you can touch it with 2, 3, 4 fingers without a problem. We also added in a back touch. So the back surface here, everywhere where you can see the icons, is also a touch. So when I'm playing the game, I can touch on the back here. That can be as simple as hitting the gas on a car, moving a circle around to make my barbarian spin around and attack someone, or playing a whack-a-mole style game where you're trying to knock things out of a window. You've got 6-axis control. With the Move launch we had last year, we've really refined the way we deal with 6-axis. So all of the motion, tilting forward, back, left, right, accelerometers, gyros. We have a couple of games that are completely driven by just moving the controller. You've got a back camera and you've got a front camera. You've got Wi-Fi and you've got 3G, so you're always connected. USPlayStation.com.
So what we want to show you is what we call the cross-play feature of Ruin, which is it's a game that's being developed both for the PlayStation 3 and for the PlayStation Vita, and we have the ability to play on one, save, and pick up the game on the other system. So we can show you our game is a social action RPG, and this is my warrior character moving through this dungeon and killing monsters. And what we want to allow the player to do is, when they need to, be able to pass the game from one system by saving and be able to pick it up on the other system. So I get home from playing the game on the bus. While I'm on my way home from work, I can sit down in my living room on my television, pick up the game right from where I left off, and keep playing. The game is the exact same game on both systems. So I'm always able to play no matter where I am. With the Vita, I'm always able to stay connected to the social features of the game and know what's going on, what my friends and my rivals are doing. But when I want to relax on the couch and play on the big screen, I can do that on the PlayStation 3. As I say, this is an action role-playing game. PlayStation websites. It's being published by Sony and developed by Idle Minds, which is a studio in Colorado here in the United States.
في الأسبوع الثاني من التغطية الخاصة والحصرية بآيتاك لمعرض E3 2011 بلوس أنجلوس، شاهدنا معنا اليوم جديد نيد فور سبيد ذا رن، كرة القدم فيفا 12 على أجهزة أبل المحمولة، الصراع مع اللعبة الجديدة Blades of Time، مباريات ريد بول موتور كروس في لعبة، سوني تطلق PSP جديدة فيتا. إلى هنا مشاهدي آي تك عبر قناة الحرة نأتي إلى ختام الأسبوع الثاني من التغطية الخاصة والحصرية بآي تك لمعرض E3 2011 Electronic Entertainment Expo، المعرض المتخصص بالألعاب الإلكترونية من هنا من لوس أنجلوس. الأسبوع المقبل ولضخامة الحدث سنلتقي أيضا من هنا مع مجموعة جديدة من اللقاءات والتقارير. إلى ذلك الحين نتواصل دائما عبر بريدنا الإلكتروني itech@alhurra.com. يمكن مشاهدة هذه الحلقة وحلقات أخرى من آي تك في أي وقت على صفحة خاصة لقناة الحرة على موقع يوتيوب، والعنوان هو youtube.com/الحرة. آخر أخبار التقنيات والبرنامج تابعوها دائما من خلال فيسبوك وتويتر على آي تك شو. أنا توفيق جبران، شكرا لكم جميعا وإلى اللقاء.